Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Comic Book Nostalgia. I'm CB Nostalgia, and we have issue number 2 of Targets. Well, as many of you know, Young Justice Phantoms is being followed up with a comic series. That's Young Justice Targets, and it really picks up right where Season 4 left off. Now, we've done 2 other videos on the first issue of Targets. As you know, we're going to do a spoiler-free review for each issue, and then circle back about a week later to do a full recap. I just want to encourage everybody to go and buy this book or subscribe to a service to ensure that the revenue flows back to the show and we get that Season 5 we want so bad. Now, the first issue was pretty good and basically saw Queen Perdita kidnapped by Count Vertigo and his armored henchmen. We also got a bonus story that focused on Roy Harper early in his career and how his story was tied to the death of Perdita's father. So this has been a really great story so far, and it doesn't waste any time picking up again. Now, just like the last issue, it's written by Greg Weisman, and the art's being done by Gregory Jones. Greg did most of the art for the first Young Justice comic series, and this is not disappointing at all. Just like the last issue, this has 2 stories in it, and because of that, we really don't waste any time, so plot points are being resolved pretty darn fast, questions being answered, and the story progressing nicely. Now we do see the chase for Queen Perdita continue in this issue, and we get some help from some outside sources. We actually saw a couple panels from this second issue, and King Brion has his Infinitors on the case. But I think we're going to start distinguishing who's a hero and who's a villain very, very soon. Now, our flashback story this week also was sort of a lot of fun because it ties into a rather popular piece of content that's part of the Young Justice adjacent universe. I'm not going to give a lot away, but Earth 16 was actually kicked off at DC Showcase several years ago, and that focused on Green Arrow. We actually get quite the different perspective of that story this week, and it really does fill in more blanks and makes that DC Showcase feature an even bigger must-watch. It's actually here on YouTube for free, and I've also linked it down below over on Amazon. Definitely worth a watch. Now I found issue number 2 pretty fun, well-paced, and the art and writing was spot on just like the show. The only complaint I really do have is these issues are really, well, kind of short, and breaking them into 2 parts definitely makes the story a little bit shorter. The whole series will have 6 issues, and it seems like to me at this point the overall story arc is going to be very limited to this Perdita story, but we'll have to wait and see. Overall, I'm going to give this issue an 8. Overall, I'm going to give this issue a 7.5 out of 10. A really fun comic, a good continuation of the Young Justice series, and a nice chapter 2 to this story. Now, obviously, we want everybody to keep pushing HBO Max and Warner Brothers Animation for that Season 5. Keep using those Renew Young Justice Season 5, and Save Earth 16 hashtags, send them a positive message, and make sure you let them know you put your money where your mouth is when it comes to the show. We're going to catch the next issue as soon as it comes out, and in about a week we'll do a full recap, so make sure you hit that like and subscribe button to get all the Young Justice updates. But until we know more, what do you guys think? How have you liked the first issue or 2 of Young Justice Targets? And do you feel like these books are long enough, or do you want a little bit more meat and story out of each issue? Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.